A perfectly smooth, 40-foot metallic sphere plunged into a river on the east coast. It hit the water at terminal velocity, yet it didn't sustain a single dent or scratch. The government immediately established a perimeter and ordered a full-scale assault. F-15 fighter jets, Navy destroyers, and ground artillery rained a massive barrage of missiles directly onto the target. The weapons had zero effect. The sphere emerged completely unscathed and retaliated immediately, deploying directed energy blasts that swatted human helicopters and jets right out of the sky. Earth's conventional military doctrine was completely useless here. Heavy artillery and airstrikes failed to scratch the surface, confirming that the invading machine was virtually indestructible. A year prior to the crash, disgraced astrophysicist Dr. Jeff Morrow intercepted a strange deep space anomaly he called the Rubicon signal. The government ignored his warnings, but now they had to listen. The sphere began moving in a slow, deliberate straight line down the coast, heading straight for Washington, D.C. It was actively testing human defenses along its path, absorbing damage to log our capabilities. While the military scrambled to slow the machine down, NASA pointed its telescopes toward the deep space coordinates of Morrow's original Rubicon signal and made a terrifying discovery. 10 identical metallic spheres were hiding in orbit around Jupiter, sitting silently in the dark as they waited for a signal from Earth. The object tearing through the East Coast was merely a scout. If it successfully navigated to the capital and proved Earth was defenseless, it would signal the fleet at Jupiter to initiate a global extinction event. Since standard explosives were failing, military commanders pivoted to experimental scientific interventions as the sphere closed in on the capital. European scientists devised a radical plan: drop a massive payload of liquid nitrogen directly onto the sphere. The extreme temperature drop was supposed to flash freeze the metal, making it brittle enough to shatter like glass. The nitrogen poured over the hull, but the machine simply adapted to the temperature shift. It shook off the freeze and immediately obliterated the attack helicopters hovering above it. Every failed attack provided the sphere with more data to optimize its defenses. Humanity was fighting a losing battle of attrition, actively teaching the machine how to defeat Earth's best weapons. Desperate for a solution, Dr. Morrow scrutinized raw footage taken from destroyed news choppers. He paused on the exact frame where the sphere bulldozed straight through a New Jersey power station. Morrow spotted a visual distortion. Before the sphere absorbed electricity, a distinct ripple washed over its hull. It was protected by a high-intensity magnetic force field. To fire energy blasts or absorb power, the machine had to physically drop that shield for a split second. The military didn't need to invent a weapon capable of piercing the armor. They only needed to exploit the aliens' mandatory power cycling window. With the sphere rapidly approaching, the government evacuated Washington, D.C. They positioned their final heavy artillery units directly in the machine's projected path. The trap was set in Lafayette Square. The military tapped directly into the massive power generators buried deep inside the White House underground bunkers. As the sphere entered the square, the military planned to hit it with a concentrated electromagnetic frequency pulse. This EMF blast was designed to short-circuit the machine and force its shield offline. The survival of the human race now relied entirely on perfect timing. The military had to strike the alien machine in the exact microsecond its armor fell. The sphere drifted into the kill zone. Ground forces triggered the EMF blast, and exactly as Dr. Morrow predicted, the force field flickered and died. With the core exposed, every F-15 and artillery unit in the sector immediately unloaded their remaining payloads directly into the machine's vulnerable center. The machine attempted to reboot its shield to survive the barrage. Seeing the window closing, Captain Jaffe flew his damaged helicopter straight into the rupturing core, detonating the sphere from the inside. Millions of miles away, the hidden fleet orbiting Jupiter detected the sudden violent destruction of their scout. Denied the tactical data they came for, the 10 alien ships retreated into deep space. Humanity survived its first interstellar war through careful scientific observation. By identifying a single mechanical flaw, intellectual ingenuity managed to dismantle a vastly superior alien force.